Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erica and I'm so glad that you're here for today's video because it is time for another small business vlog. That was a lot to say in one breath. So today's vlog is going to be a little bit different than my normal small business vlogs. Normally I like package a bunch of orders. I'm making freshies or t-shirts or molds or whatever to sell on my website. Well, today it's still small business related, but today's main focus is my booth, which if you don't know, my booth is located in an antique mall. That was kind of a mouthful, but to be able to fit in, because I don't think I have like a boutique style booth, but I sell like, you know, a lot of like new handmade products like t-shirts and tumblers and freshies and kitchen towels and all of the other things that I make. But to fit in the antique mall, I also kind of have to have like vintage stuff, antiques, retro decor, like that kind of stuff. I need to fit in. I don't want it to look like a little boutique booth. I like to have a mixture of my stuff that I make, but I also want to fit in with the rest of the mall, because that's why people go to antique malls, is to find antiques and retro and vintage stuff. So before anyone comes at me, yes, I have my reseller's license, but I normally go to like flea markets, thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, whatever I can find cheap stuff at that I can resell. But also I find a ton of stuff that I can like craft and do projects with. Not just for the booth, but also for like personal use, my own home, for gifts, whatever. And I find a ton of craft supplies at thrift stores also. So anytime I can save a buck on something that I would have bought regardless, I'm gonna get it. So today's video will be super fun because you guys are gonna be going thrift shopping with me and see what I can find. And then I'll come home, I'll just kind of quickly show you guys some of the things that I got, because normally I find a ton of stuff like every time I go. I don't think I ever come home empty-handed. As a matter of fact, whenever I go thrift shopping, I literally put like empty Rubbermaid tote containers in the back of my car to pack all of my finds in, so that number one, the cashiers at all these stores don't have to like meticulously wrap everything like painstakingly. Like sometimes they'll wrap stuff for me, but I hate asking, and I have enough packing materials and stuff that I just take the whole bag and wrap it myself in the car real fast and shove it in the box. But also I hate making a million trips out to my car when I get home, because I always find so much stuff. So it's much easier to just pile stuff in like 1 or 2 boxes, and then I can just carry everything in. So that's what we're doing today. But then I'll come home, I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I got. And tomorrow, assuming that I find things to craft and do projects with, I'm gonna be doing all of those so that I can get those ready for the booth as well. So like normally I'll find like glass vases, and I'll put like my own little faux flower arrangements in them, or I find like really cute containers that I can make candles with, and I'll put those in the booth. Some things I find I might repaint or just add like a little paint or embellishment to it, and then I'll put it in the booth. So depending on what we find today is kind of going to depend on what we're going to be crafting with tomorrow. So here's to hoping. Let's go ahead and go hit up these thrift shops and see what we can find. All right, y'all, so here is today's haul. I actually think I still have a couple bags that wouldn't fit in the box still out in my car, but I'll go ahead and show you guys most of what I got. So some things are obviously for like holidays, but I always just hold on to that stuff until the next year so that I already have it. You can't pass stuff up at thrift stores when you come across it, but there's some like Halloween decor and Christmas stuff, but I'll be hanging on to all of that until that time next year. Now, some things that are like ready to go, like as is in the booth, like this cute little vintage clock, some of like the cool glassware. I love glassware. That cool like retro clock, these beautiful brass lamps. Some of the stuff like I'll just put as is. Some things I might like add flowers to. Look at this cool little vase. So cute. And like look at this. This obviously came from Lowe's or Home Depot. Has, I think it's Lowe's that has those stickers. I'm not 100% sure, but Martha Stewart chalkboard paint kit. So originally it was $15 and then they sold it for $10. No one bought it, so it got donated to the thrift store and I paid $1 for it. Also got like a bag of these like pebbles and rocks that I can use like for some of like my vase filler or whatever. Florals, I always find all kinds of like floral stems. So I'm telling y'all, you have to check out your local thrift stores for some craft supplies because I think you'll be surprised at how much you'll find and for how cheap you can get it. That's the most important part. So I found this really pretty like crystal punch bowl. I'm gonna fill this with like some fake fruit or maybe some like potpourri or something, and then I'll sell that as is. And then like a lot of the vases and like little things, I'm gonna put like faux flowers in, make my own arrangements, and I'll sell those. Now a lot of these like little tiny jars and bowls, this gorgeous heart-shaped bowl, like look at these. I got these for $1. I'm gonna make those into candles. I found this cute little wreath. I think I paid like 50 cents for this. I'll do something with that and resell it. So I definitely found a decent amount of stuff today. So I'll probably start tagging some of the stuff that's like ready to go in the booth that I'm not doing anything to. And then all of the other stuff I'll kind of separate and put into a pile that we will be like crafting and doing some fun little projects with tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. So as you guys can see, it is the next day. It has officially snowed, so it is the perfect time for me to just kind of cozy up today and do some fun little crafts, which I was going to be doing anyways. But we're going to be making some like Valentine's Day themed home decor, some candles and DIYs and other projects that I can turn around and sell in my booth. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So all of the bowls and containers that I'm using right now were thrifted. I think like the most expensive one was like $1.50, but most of these were $1 or 79 cents or something. So you can't beat that. And now that I have those wicks glued down in there, I'm just gonna take some like little skewers or chopsticks, whatever you have laying around, and I'm going to kind of wrap my wicks around it to keep it in place. I might use a little hot glue because it doesn't matter, we're gonna be trimming that off anyways, just to hold it in place while we're pouring our wax so that the wicks are standing upright while I'm pouring in my wax, and they'll stay there while the wax cures. So now I'm adding in my mica pigment powder, and then we will add our fragrance oil after I stir that thoroughly. Now if you want details on like how much I'm using, what temperature I'm doing everything at, and like all the fine details, then you can go check out my candle tutorial where I kind of break everything down for you. Okay, and then while this is still nice and hot, I'm just gonna sprinkle some like little rose petals in there, just for an added touch. All right, y'all, well, that is where I'm gonna leave you guys today. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's video as much as I did. If you did like it, please let me know by giving me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys think. And if you're watching this video but you're not already subscribed to my channel, then make sure you click that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss out on my future videos. I would greatly appreciate the follow. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.